Welcome to CreteDefender. My name is Stuart Heckey, President of CreteDefender Incorporated. If you have any questions after this presentation, please feel free to give us a call. We will be happy to discuss your specific concrete issues and help you find the best solution for them. CreteDefender was invented in 1995, but my first experience with the product was in 2003. At that time, I owned a business that applied coatings, stencils, and overlays to existing concrete. I found that I was only covering up the damage, not preventing it or stopping it. I had a client contact me to remove a competitor's coating that had failed on the sidewalks of a shopping center they owned. They salt the sidewalks heavily in the winter for the safety of their customers. In the process of removing the coating, I noticed that the concrete was deteriorating. Salt had degraded the concrete, and while it was still sound, it was soft and very easy to scratch. I looked for a solution that would make the concrete harder and prevent damage from salt and freezing. I wanted to save them the expense and interruption of having to tear out and replace their sidewalks. The solution was CreteDefender. Remarkably, removing and replacing the concrete would have cost my client over 50 times as much as CreteDefender did. Today, after 10 years of protection, the sidewalks are exactly as I had left them, hard, undamaged, and no indications at all of salt or freeze damage. In 2010, after using CreteDefender on this project and many others like it, we acquired the product and founded CreteDefender Incorporated. We all know the damage that can occur to concrete, and we all know the costs of that damage. Safety hazards, loss of use, tearing out and replacing. CreteDefender is designed to prevent damage and deterioration to concrete due to freeze-thaw cycles, salt, and many other environmental and man-made chemicals. CreteDefender is for industrial and commercial use. Residential concrete, at least in the United States, has too many potential problems related to high water-to-cement ratios and improper finishing. Quite simply, CreteDefender can be used anywhere you want to maintain the appearance of your property, eliminate tripping hazards from deteriorated concrete, reduce repair or the need for replacement, or prevent concrete dusting or scaling. Inside or outside, broom finished, machine troweled, or polished, CreteDefender will prevent damage and keep your concrete looking good. Some of the places that use CreteDefender include shopping centers, hospitals, resorts and hotels, and schools and universities. Departments of transportation also use CreteDefender's protection, as do airports. CreteDefender is so effective, it's even used to protect salt storage facilities. Our customers have found that CreteDefender provides exceptional protection, keeping their employees and guests safe while keeping their properties clean and inviting. So what is CreteDefender? CreteDefender is a proprietary solution of reactive silicates and chemicals designed to draw CreteDefender into the pore and capillary structure of concrete. It is made for dense Portland cement-based concrete and is not effective on concrete masonry units, brick, block, or other porous or pervious concrete. CreteDefender penetrates into the concrete, about 2 centimeters deeper than water would alone. CreteDefender's solution is permanent. It does not sit on top of concrete like a coating or membrane would. Since it does not sit on the surface, it cannot be worn off. CreteDefender is colorless, non-toxic, non-hazardous, non-flammable, and will not harm your plants. You see, concrete is porous and contains a network of capillaries and pores that are formed during the hardening process. The hardening process also creates calcium silicate hydrate, or CSH, which is what gives concrete its strength and hardness. And it also creates an unused byproduct called calcium hydroxide, commonly known as lime. CreteDefender's formulation penetrates into the concrete and reacts with the lime to create more calcium silicate hydrate, which then fills the pore and capillary structure, preventing water and the natural and man-made chemicals it carries from entering the concrete and causing damage. CreteDefender stays in the concrete, not on the concrete, so it can't wear off or wear out. Application is simple. Simply saturate the surface of the concrete with CreteDefender. After about 20 to 30 minutes, simply sweep away any puddles. 2 applications are required on exterior concrete. On machine finished surfaces, saturate the surface and use a squeegee to remove any unabsorbed CreteDefender after 20 minutes. There are no volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, in CreteDefender. Does CreteDefender really work? In the photo above, you can see that the surface on the right half of the picture is flaking and crumbling along the edges, exposing the aggregate. On the left, the concrete is clean and undamaged. CreteDefender was applied to the concrete on the left just 3 years before this photo was taken, and both sides look just like the concrete on the left at that time. The concrete here is a set of sidewalks at a shopping center near Chicago, Illinois, where it is exposed to thousands of pounds of salt and harsh winter conditions every year. In addition to field testing, we have had CreteDefender extensively tested by independent laboratories. In the ASTM C666 test, samples of concrete are exposed to 350 freeze-thaw cycles. On a scale of 100, a minimum durability rating of 95 is considered ideal for U.S. Department of Transportation requirements, and you can see that both CreteDefender treated samples of air-entrained and non-air-entrained concrete scored well above 95. Testing was performed by Bowser-Morner Laboratories. In the AASHTO T259 test, samples of concrete were subjected to a pond of standing water for 90 days. CreteDefender treated samples showed a 44% reduction in chlorides at the 13 mm or 1/2 inch depth, and a 55% reduction at the 25 mm or 1 inch depth. Chlorides are a primary source of damage to steel reinforcement in concrete. Testing was performed by Bowser-Morner Laboratories. In the ASTM C672 test, samples of concrete are exposed to 100 freeze-thaw cycles using de-icing salts on the concrete. Concrete treated with CreteDefender scored a 0 on a scale of 0 to 5, indicating there was no scaling, dusting, or loss of mass. Samples of untreated concrete scored a 5, indicating a majority of the surface showed significant scaling and had significant mass loss. Testing was performed by HC Nutting Laboratories. In the ASTM E274 test, the Ohio Department of Transportation concluded that broom-finished concrete increased its slip resistance by 6% when treated with CreteDefender. In the ASTM C779 test, an abrasive wheel is used to determine the resistance to abrasion of concrete. Concrete samples treated with CreteDefender showed a 45% increase in resistance over non-treated samples. Testing was performed by HC Nutting Laboratories. These are just some of the tests that CreteDefender has been subjected to. For a complete list and the results, please visit our website. Is CreteDefender expensive? Prices for CreteDefender are less than $1 per square foot, $10 per square meter, and are very similar to popular water repellents like silane. The real cost savings with CreteDefender is the elimination of reapplication costs, since CreteDefender is permanent. When compared to other options used to temporarily protect concrete, CreteDefender is clearly the least expensive option. CreteDefender doesn't cover up concrete damage. It prevents damage to concrete from the sources that cause the damage. Using CreteDefender keeps your property attractive, reduces or eliminates tripping hazards of deteriorating concrete, and reduces or eliminates concrete repair or replacement. It does all of these things for the life of your concrete. The best part is, CreteDefender really works. It's never too late or too early to protect your concrete with CreteDefender. For more information or to place an order, contact your authorized CreteDefender representative.